sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na, yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na, yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat.
It's the end of the week here at the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. This is day 31 ng Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. We are broadcasting to you live from the Nueva Ecija Coliseum in Palayan City for our last game. CBC, Carl Brian Cruz will be matching wits with the Ilonggo Superman, Billy Ray Robles. It's gonna be the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards defending their home floor against the Manila SB Batang Sampaloc SGA for our main event. Thank you so much to everybody watching on our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, on MPTV channel 98 on Signal, as well as on satellite channel 53, pati na rin sa Pilipinas Live. Good evening, everyone. This is Javi Palanya, joined by Coach Mike Perez. Gianna Llanes is at courtside. Now, Coach Mike, both of these teams really contenders in the Northern Division. At so far, Coach, what is your assessment of these two teams?
Well, I think first off, Manila, they want to prove that they can actually take on the big teams. They lost to Parañaque and they lost to Quezon, and they want to get that back. And this is a good opportunity for them to show that they can actually play with the big boys. In Nueva Ecija, they want to keep that streak alive and share #1 spot with San Juan in the north.
That's right. Nueva Ecija is still one of the unbeaten teams that we have so far at the early part of our 6th season. Pag-usapan natin ang last game ng Manila Batang Sampaloc. That was a win against the Sarangani Marlins, and they barely escaped this pesky Sarangani team who was really shooting it lights out from the outside. But in the end, Manila came through and pulled through with a victory.
Yeah, that game was close because nagkaroon ng defensive adjustments itong Sarangani, but really just total dominance on the rebound department by both Ira Batilier and Carl Brian Cruz. And with the assist and distribution of Enzo and Hanapi, it really just made the game all much easier, at least for Manila when they won that game. But you look at the rebounds right there, 61 rebounds altogether with 21 offensive board. That's just not acceptable if you're playing a game against this team. And a plus 16 in points in the paint really brought about by the dominance on the board.
Oh, this is a Manila team that's already tall on paper as of the moment, but are only going to get taller as they bring in a man named Greg Slaughter eventually. Now, he's already actually in the lineup for Manila, but will not be suiting up yet. Talk about Nueva Ecija. Their last game It was another victory para sa kanila. It was a big one against the Imus Agimat.
Yeah, and pretty much that was, just a dominant showing. Biggest lead in the third quarter, came in even at 42 points. Mas time management ang ginawa ni Coach Don Duloy dito, really giving exposure to most of the players in there. Robles had 16, Biton had 10, and Magaliano had 14, 2 and 2, and Magaliano was 70% from the perimeter in that game. Really just impressive showing for Magaliano. And looking at the stats, shot very well, 50% from the field. Points in the paints, they were plus 24 at 60 points against 36. And really the fast break points boils down to a plus 27, all in favor of the Rice Vanguards.
Well, just 2 words, Coach Mike. Total dominance for the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards in that game against the Imus Agimat. And one of the reasons why they've been playing so well at the start of the season has been a guy named Chris Biton. Chris Biton has really been playing that one-guard spot well under his new head coach, Coach Don Dulay, and the former Manila player who will be playing against his former team tonight has been showing out once again sa ating liga.
Oh, grabe ang kumpiyansa ngayon ni Chris Biton. I mean, the minutes that he's getting and the opportunities to be able to lead his team, we saw that eventually in the game against Imus. 10 points, perfect from the field, 4 rebounds, and more importantly, yung 5 assists as the defense was starting to clamp out on him.
Yeah, he was off to a very good start, and maaga nga siya inupo doon ni Coach Don Dulay because hindi na siya kinailangan at the tail end of that game. Chris Biton is at courtside with Ms. Gianna Llanes.
Yes, I am with Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguard, Chris Biton. Chris, nung huli mong laro, naka-output ka ng 10 points and your field goal percentage was perfect as well. Anong ginagawa mo para magkakumpiyansa ka rin dito sa sistema ni Coach Don Dulay?
Siyempre para sa akin is nag-extra din ako, and then siyempre yung binibigay na playing time sa akin ni Coach Don is sinusuklihan ko lang din.
Actually, dito sa MPBL, Chris, nag-umpisa ka bilang isang player sa Manila. Ngayon sila ang kalaban mo. So ano yung mindset mo?
Yun, siyempre, tapos na yun. Andito ako ngayon sa Nueva Ecija, so gusto ko mag-perform, ibigay yung best ko para makatulong sa team.
And ilang seasons ka na rin isang Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguard. So I'm sure mahal na mahal ka ng mga Nova Ecijanos. Batiin mo naman lahat ng Nova Ecijano dito sa Nueva Ecija Coliseum at sa mga nanonood din.
Ayun, siyempre sa lahat ng Nova Ecijano, salamat sa lahat ng suporta nyo. Sana suportahan nyo kami hanggang sa dulo.
Thank you very much. Once again, that was Chris Biton of the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards, turning it over now to our Coliseum Parker, Miguel Pere, for the start of the game.
Good evening, MPBL fans. And it's great to see you again here at the Nueva Ecija Coliseum in Palayan City. Welcome to our main game between Manila and your Nueva Ecija. This is the 2024 Buenas Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 6, presented by Extreme. Live on the official MPBL Facebook page, YouTube channel, MPTV Signal Channel 98, MPTV Channel 53 on satellite, and on Pilipinas Live app. Let's meet our starters. Beginning with the Manila SV Batang Sampaloc SGA. Starting at guard number 25, Renzo Navarro. Forward number 7, Didat Hanapi. Also at guard number 1, DJ Mitchell. At center number 28, Sean Umali. And the other forward number 17, Carl Ryan Cruz. Their head coach is Gabby Severino. Assistant coaches Ricky Dandan, Ren Noriega, and Max Dayandante. Team consultant is Charles Chu. Team managers are Neil Arce and Adosa Lazar. Team governor Joey Simanes. Team owners are Raymond Ang and Emilio Chu. And now, Nova Ecijanos, get on your feet, because it's time to meet the starting unit of your MPBL Season 4 champions, the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Starting at guard number 24, JC Culiar. Also at guard number 13, Kenneth Mocon. Forward number 12, JB Bahio. Also at forward number 26, the Ilonggo Superman, Billy Ray Robles. And starting at center, number 14, Will Macaloni. Head coach for the Nueva Ecija is Don Dulay. Assistant coaches Rob Wainwright, Matt Macalintal, Arnold Oliveros, Rick Simpson, and Derek Evangelista. Team managers Raymond Dizon. Team owners are Ivan Cuevas.
Starting five of this game brought to you by Buenas, Enzo Navarro, DJ Mitchell, Sean O'Malley, Carl Brian Cruz, and Didat Hanapi for the Manila. Batang Sapalok for the home squad. It's going to be JC Culyar, Ken Mocon, Will Macaloni, the Ilonggo Superman, Billy Ray Robles, and former Pampanga Giant Lantern, JB Bahio. DJ Mitchell and the Manila Batang Sampaloc on the road tonight against former champions in Nueva Ecija, Rice Vanguards. A new look for this season under new leadership in Coach Don Dulay. We all know that their former coach Jerson Cabiltes now with the Pangasinan Heatwaves, and a lot of their other players transferred with Coach Jerson as well. Konti na lang inatira from that championship core from 2 years ago.
Well, I guess you could say that this game is going to be the very first litmus test para dito sa Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Manila is going to be a very good challenge para dito sa Rice Vanguards.
Nueva Ecija has won against Quezon City, Mindoro, Bicol, as well as Imus. And you're right, Coach Mike, this is the first top-tier team that Nueva Ecija will be facing. And Enzo Navarro making his presence felt early here.
Oh yeah, Enzo Navarro is going to be a handful for any guard that's going to go up against him here in the Rice Vanguards. He's just, really good at assisting and could even score too.
Was one of the leaders in assists last year when he played for Iloilo. That's an errant pass thrown by JB Bahio.
Well, pretty obvious ngayon. Depends ang emphasis nitong Manila. On both occasions, they try to push that ball on the side, and every time they try to bring a second man to try and trap, especially on the sideline.
Navarro being pressured heavily on top near the logo by JC Culyar. Steal is completed. Culyar will go all the way for 2 points.
Magandang labanan to between sa dalawang gwardiya na to. I mean, Enzo and JC pretty much won a couple of the really good guards we had this season in MPBL.
Carl Brian Cruz na nagbaba dito para sa Manila. Former Gilas player. DJ Mitchell, who Coach Christian Lewanzon said has one of the best, if not the best looking jump shots the league has seen. Sean O'Malley trying to barrel his way past the defense. The reverse layup is short.
Ganda rin ng matchup na yan. Sean O'Malley versus Will Macaloni. Very forceful underneath. Tit for tat right now. Kanina, Enzo and JC. Ngayon, balikan naman tayo. Sean and Will.
Definitely a lot of great matchups in this game. As you can see here, this was the steal by JC Culyar. At bihira natin makita mag-turnover si Renzo Navarro ng ganyan.
Yes, and you gotta credit the defense put up by JC. I mean, we're very happy na mataas ang tier nitong dalawang teams na to, pero yung depensa nakikita mo talaga nakadiin. And you love that as a fan.
Will Macaloni, 70% free throw shooter this season. Averaging only in single digits so far this season. Not really the kind of numbers we're used to seeing from Will Macaloni, who's been an all-star the past couple of seasons for Nueva Ecija and has been their leading scorer in the past 2 years.
Well, siguro kasi it's a different dynamic when you have, Mike Mabulak and the other guys, especially the system of Coach Jerson. It's a different system altogether, and they're varying ways kung paano nila ginagamit si Will. But definitely, out there on the post, that's going to be a point of attack para kay Coach Don Dulay.
How different is the system of Coach Don Dulay's from Coach Jerson's system?
Well, Coach Jerson's system, to my observation, really more of big men, high-low post-ups. Dito sa system ni Coach Don Dulay, it's really depending on what the defense would give them. And a lot of the times, you see ball movement and fast breaks on their side of the floor.
And here they are on the break. Nueva Ecija, Billy Ray Robles, he loves the open floor. Just missing on the left-hand finish. DJ Mitchell slipping momentarily, and he will bring it across. Didat Hanapi coming out of Adamson University. O'Malley is spending his residency this year. He will transfer, has already transferred to CSB, who will play for the Blazers next year. Hanapi sinks it from the outside.
Well, just a variety of point of attacks, that situation. Little zoom action with Sean O'Malley. That shot not there. They went to the corner exit involving Carl Brian Cruz.
Robles puts the ball on the deck, stops, gives it up. JB Bahio from the free throw line, no good. This is a battle of two coaches who love dynamic styles of offense.
Yeah. And nakikita mo kung paano rin naka-respond itong mga players on the floor. You know, they're bringing a lot of importance dito sa laban na ito.
Robles on the right side. Billy Ray for three, that's short. Mitchell pushing it. Hanapi, same spot, different result.
Well, obviously, they want to run each and every time. Speaking of itong Manila team.
Macaloni able to get 2 points up close.
Nakita mo yung frustration kagad ni Sean O'Malley. Alam niya, you know, he got committed to that drive by JC, forgetting that Will Macaloni is down there on the short corner.
Navarro on top, gets the screen from O'Malley. Hanapi rises. Renzo still has it down to Sean. O'Malley gets a smaller Billy Ray Robles.
Oh,
That's blocked by the Ilonggo Superman. Cuellar now. This is it out. JB Bahio on the reverse.
Now, yan ang full display ng athleticism ng Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. A block on one end by Billy and then a finish on the other way by JB. Both very athletic, lengthy players for the Rice Vanguards.
Rice Vanguards on top by 2. You could now see 3 players about to check in here for Coach Gabby Severino, while Robbie Celis will be checking in for Coach Don Dulay. Take a look at that block by Billy Ray Robles. Totally unfazed by the presence of Sean O'Malley in that interior. And on the other side, JB Bayo getting a nifty pass from JC Cuellar to score on that reverse.
Actually, basa na kanina ni Carl Brian Cruz. Alam niyang papunta na yung bola kay Bahio. He was just late getting to him.
F. Escandor, Ira Batalier, and James Tempra in the game for the first time for Coach Gabby. Batalier, push shot is short. Biton scanning the floor onto MJ Wico. Macaloni on top. Biton turns to the baseline. Celis pops out on the free throw line, almost stolen there by Manila. Macaloni to his strong side. Dangerous fall right there after the drive. Hard foul given up by Manila.
Yeah, and Macaloni looked at the clock. It says bumababa na yung shot clock nila. He had to create. He was actually asking MJ Wico to clear up that post on that two-man game. Look at this drive right here.
He will go to the line for 2 shots, getting the step right there on Ira Batalier. And I think the foul was going to go against F. Escandor. Macaloni sinks the first free throw. Now we turn you over to Miss Gianna Llanes.
Dahil nga na-eject siya sa laro nila last game, Rabe Al-Husseini will not be playing for Manila today. Actually, hindi lang siya ang kinausap ni Coach Gabby after that happened, but he told the entire team, when you make decisions like that, you are compromising the entire team. Kaya sa laro daw na ito, they have to make sure that their bigs do not get into that foul trouble. Alam din daw niya na capable naman ang mga players niya ngayon to make up for Rabe's rebounds, his biggest contribution. In Coach Gabby's words, at the end of the day, a game is a game. We are not thinking about who has home court advantage or who is here and isn't here. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Gianna. Raba Olaseni. Well, he's averaging almost just 4 rebounds per game, but you know, just his mere presence on the floor and his contributions offensively, mainly the reason why Manila got him on this team.
Right. Actually, Batalier together with Carl Brian Cruz is already a much load to take on if you're the opponent.
Ira Batalier trying to get a shot off Michael Wico. Even though he's smaller, not really the most ideal of defenders if you're the post guy.
Oh, man.
Chris Biton, to the delight of everybody here in the Nueva Ecija Coliseum.
And Javi, you just love the confidence that he's really showing. We've seen it in the previous game. Now he's here, sees that defense, gets a body into him, slices and dices inside with a left-hand finish.
One of the craftiest guards here in the MPBL. Chris Biton might be using this game as more motivation para sa kanya. This is, after all, his former team, Manila.
Yeah, and he's shoved into the spotlight, especially with Hesed Gabo leaving. And so somebody's got to take care of this team, and Chris Biton is the one, together with JC, that's doing the same.
Talking about spotlight, Manila is actually the team that put him in the spotlight here in the league.
Right.
And he was still sharing a 1-2 punch with Aris Jonicio, who is now in the PBA with Magnolia. MJ Ayaay pumasok na dito kasama si JP Maguliano. Maguliano missing on his first attempt.
Yeah, if you're Magoliano, that's okay. That's fine. The important thing is you take that attempt because that's available.
Paul Javelona, who usually starts games for Coach Gabby Severino, tonight coming off the bench, gets back the possession. Escandor, specialty of the house, no good. Long rebound to Ira Batalier. Tempra wants it against Maguliano. Batalier flashes. Offensive foul against Manila.
Oh, a little bit of action underneath, and Batalier getting involved in there.
And Coach Gabby cannot believe it.
And how about this? Points in the paints in favor of Nueva Ecija right now. 8 versus 2.
Coach Gabby will not challenge this. He will opt to keep his challenge for later on in the game.
Which is a wise move.
3 minutes and 13 seconds to go here. Oh, you see Daniel Padilla here in the building.
Oh, man.
Talagang mas uminit pa dito sa loob ng Nueva Ecija Coliseum. Of course, Joe Vargas is also here with us. What a star-studded night tonight here in Nueva Ecija.
It is. Kaya naman pala ang iingay ng mga ano dito. They're trying to show the kind of support that Nueva Ecija is gonna get in this game.
Batalier now matched up against a smaller Mike Wico. They'd go baseline. Javelona caught in a tight spot. Tempra, the lefty, finishing with the right.
Well, Manila right now really just very gritty. You know, less attempts, deflections, still able to recover and come back and get a finish. So long as they stay like that, you know, they'll be in a good spot. Remember, this is the first test also for Manila, so they want to come back and get this win.
Excellent two-man game there between Beton and Rob Celis. First-time teammates here with Nueva Ecija.
You know, bigat. You got a really good cutter in Rob Celis and a really good facilitator in Chris Beton.
Oh, Mike Wico whistled there for the foul. I was giving a smile there to FS Candor. He was really trying to pressure him into turning that basketball over as we take a look at our Buenas play of the game.
That's so sweet right there. A little 1-2 step of that pass. Pero it depends on ni MJ Wico. Feeling ko tinetest niya si FS Candor. No? You know, he understands that the guy is a shooter, and so you want to be able to take out of his game with mentally.
Escandor, one dribble pull up short. Could not beat the shot clock right there. Celis. That's a dangerous foul on Javelona.
But right now, I like this version of Nueva Ecija. This 5 right here on the floor, really pushing the ball, getting to the spots, and hoping that the defense is going to be late in recovering.
However, Manila already in the penalty, coach. That's why Sean O'Malley was telling Pau Javelona it's not to play anymore.
Right.
We're over the limit right now. What we have to do right now is limit our fouls.
And you haven't even broken the double-digit mark yet. You're up to 7 points.
Rob Celis averaging 10.5 points per game this season. He's 72.7% from the line. And once again, you take a look at the stars in attendance, Daniel Padilla and Joe Vargas. Here inside the Nueva Ecija Coliseum. DJ Mitchell missing from the outside. And I think I see more celebrities coming in here.
Oh, yeah.
Medyo na-distract tuloy ako.
That was a basket by Manila right there.
DJ Mitchell scoring 2 points. Well answered right back by Chris Viton. This lead is still 10 here for the Rice Vanguards. Tempra now to Javelona. Javelona turns the corner. Pau Pau inside. Umali trying to relive a rivalry with JP Maguliano. Those two guys went up against each other in the NCAA. Of course, Maguliano playing for the EAC Generals, while Sean Umali, formerly of the Lyceum Pirates.
Yeah, a little bit of history between those two, but all in the guise of competition. But I like yung defensive coverage right now rin ng Nueva Ecija. They're trying to go over screens and trying to switch on every post-ups down on the low block.
A lot of pushing and shoving happening even before action begins here on this baseline inbound by Manila.
And Rob Sell is normally very quiet, very, composed in a game. Ngayon, ramdam niya yung diin ng laro eh.
Mitchell short on the catch and shoot. Wico forcing the issue through 3 defenders. They go to MJ Ayaay. That ball is tapped. It's a play by DJ Mitchell.
Yeah, akala niya flyby na yung fake niya eh. But, good recovery right there by Manila.
Coach Gabby Severino with 58.9 seconds remaining here in the first will be burning one of his timeouts. We'll take a short break. We'll be back. And there you see with Boss Bong Cuevas, nandito rin si Dennis Padilla. So just such a star-studded night tonight here at the Nueva Ecija Coliseum here in Palayan City.
And that's Benson de la Paz of the Rice Vanguard.
There's really a lot of celebrities here tonight. Siyempre, Mike Perez also with us.
Oh, and
Gianni
Ton
Llanes.
Mejia.
Yeah, Anthony Mejia, of course, our star floor director.
Yeah.
Nueva Ecija and Manila for our main game tonight, our Saturday tripleheader dito sa Marlica Pilipinas Basketball League. 10-point lead for the Rice Vanguards. Cabelona leading a teammate. They go down low to Sean Umali. Umali using his heft against Rob Celis.
Yeah, and rightfully so. I mean, you really have that advantage between those two. I mean, Rob Celis can only offer so much defensively, but, gotta have more help, I guess, as single coverage.
Biton. It's a screen from Celis. Draws Umali on the switch. Has a foot speed advantage. Oh, Umali getting the better of that. Escandor has Gonzaga on the left side. Escandor almost turned that over. Manila will keep possession here.
Well, how about the quick hands of Sean Umali, against Chris Biton? That one's impressive.
Well, you know what? Sean Umali is very deceptive. Even though with that kind of frame that he has, he's quick on his feet.
Totoo yan.
Gonzaga out to Javelona. They set up Mitchell on the corner. Mitchell will take it from the outside, way off the mark. Oh, Umali tried to save it, but saves it to the wrong man. Ayaay goes all the way, leaves it for a week on the adjustment that rolls off the rim. Ayaay couldn't get the putback to go. Javelona on to Sean Umali. 7 seconds left. Gonzaga almost loses it. He does. It's now with Biton. 3 seconds. Celis takes it in and out. What a quick back and forth action we've seen here the past few possessions to end the first quarter.
Yeah, and kind of like how we expected. This is going to be a good one. Close game between these two. Varying ways of attacking both offensively and defensively. Pero ang ganda ng labanan pareho. Gustong manalo.
I'm having a hard time catching my breath here. Aggressive defense from both sides of the floor. But it was the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards who actually set the tone early in this game, establishing an early double-digit advantage. Didat Hanapi was able to hit his first three-point shot there for Manila, but then Coach Gabby Severino had to put in new guys to be able to match the quickness here the Rice Vanguards because Robbie Celis and company was just terrorizing the defense. The Batang Sampaloc, Chris Biton also having his moments in the first 10 minutes of that game. 19-11, our score at the end of one. Our final score at the end of the first quarter brought to you by GameX, the official online lending partner of the MPBL, the first and original online basketball lending sa Pinas. Next 3 games for Coach Don Dulay and the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. They have Bulacan on May 17th, Bacolod 6 days after that, and then Muntinlupa on May 29th. First possession here in the second quarter belonging to Manila. Avi Palanya on the call, joined by Coach Mike Perez and Miss Gian Alianes. Javelona tried to deliver a pocket pass there to James Tempra. There's a kick against the newly checked-in Ryan Costello.
Now, that's another guard that could bring a lot to the table para dito kay Coach Don Dulay. Speaking of Ryan Costello.
Carl Brian Cruz matched up against Rob Celis. Premier matchup in this game. Mitchell jumps a pass to MJ Wico. Wico gives it to Ryan Costello, and that's the easiest score of the night para kay Ryan.
Napakaganda ng tinakbo na pass break niya ni MJ Wico at ni Ryan Costello. Well spaced, but the important thing is Ryan was there to do trail job.
Tempra hands it off to Escandor. They're down by 10. Escandor wants an isolation. Gets past Maguliano. Escandor with the left hand. That's his strong hand.
Escandor got that versatility of kayang mag-dribble, penetrate, papasok kung sakaling bantayan mo yung shots niya from the outside. Putting that ball on the floor is one thing that he definitely can do.
Wico trying to work against the defense of Pau Javelona. Wico manufactures a shot right there on the right side of the floor.
Si MJ Wico talaga, pag nagpakita ng effort, he gets rewarded for it. Sometimes he's overdoing it, just like this one, defensively.
He was already going to be checked out anyway by Coach Don Dulay. Babalik dito si Will Macaloni and JB Bahio, as well as the Ilonggo Superman Billy Ray Robles for the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards.
Well, pagdating sa effort at aggressiveness, pinasok mo si Robles at saka si Eman Calo at the same time. Magandang pamalit yun kay MJ Wico, so you're not losing anything in terms of effort.
Javelona sees Tempra momentarily open. Recovery there by JB Bahio. Eman Calo gets the loose ball. Nueva Ecija looking to increase their advantage here, possibly to a dozen. Macaloni to Bahio in the middle. They go to Calo, then on the shot clock. Robles drives baseline. Already had an opening there. Could have taken the shot.
Yeah, ganda ng recovery defensively ng Manila after going 2 on the ball. Good help defense.
Tempra doesn't really have a consistent outside shot just yet. Eman Calo trying to chase that ball. Unfortunately, it was just too fast for his own good.
Yeah. Pero nakikita mo talagang hinabol pa rin. No? Gusto makuha yung live turnover niya.
After that shot by Will Macaloni, we bring to you our lucky fans of the game, brought to you by Buenas. We're live from the Nueva Ecija Coliseum for the continuing coverage of the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League 6th season. Sean Umali fouled on that shot.
Well, ang ganda ng cut ni Sean. Tried to dive after that ball got on the wing. And, you know, crafty as he is, kaya niyang fuminish ng left hand. And believe it or not, this is the first trip sa free throw nitong Manila for the game.
Just a short rest for Sean O'Malley on that Manila bench, coach, at binilik siya agad dito ni Coach Gabby Severino. Of course, the absence of Coach Raba Al-Husseini contributing to extended minutes for Sean O'Malley in this game. Another timeout will be called here on the floor. Nueva Ecija will be burning one of their ceasefires here. Coach Don Dulay wanting to talk things over with another 8 minutes to play here in the first half. numbers of the Ilonggo Superman against the Imus Agima. He had 16 points on 6 out of 8 shooting. He was 2 out of 3 from the outside, including 6 rebounds and 2 assists. Gian Alianes has more on Billy Ray Robles.
Who better to tell us about who last Nueva Ecija Rise Vanguard's best player, Billy Ray Robles, is than his wife? Ayon sa asawa ni Billy na si Micah, malaking bagay daw sa recovery nitong si Billy ang kanyang intermittent fasting as advised by his conditioning coach. Malaking bagay din daw na 8 taon na silang magkasama ni Coach Don, kaya malaki ang tiwala nila sa isa't isa. Off-court naman, did you guys know Billy is a karaoke king? His go-to song, How Deep Is Your Love by the Bee Gees, which is also his wedding song. Sabi nga ni Micah, baka makahingi pa tayo ng sample kung manalo sila ngayon. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Gianna. Coach, may kapareho ka na naman. Karaoke king rin pala to si Billy Ray Robles.
Oo nga, ano? Ibang klase.
Kung di niya lang natatanong si Coach Mike Perez,
Uy.
karaoke king.
Alam ko si Boss Edel pang ano, karaoke king.
How deep is your love ba? Yun ba yung sabi ni Gianna kanina na favorite song ni Billy?
Actually, hindi ko alam yung kanta na yun eh.
Talaga? Parang di ako naniniwala, Coach.
Pero si Wilma Caloni nakashoot. Ganda ng kanta.
Yun naniniwala talaga ako dyan. 25-18. 7 ang kalamangan dito ng Nueva Ecija. Umali wants it at the post against much more experienced Will Macaloni. Umali trying to take Will Macaloni to his new school.
Yeah, pero talagang specialty nagalaw Sean O'Malley at the post. See how he created that separation by doing what's called an inside reverse pivot when you face up and create that space between you and the defender. And it allowed him to make a decision kung pupunta ba siyang kanan o kaliwa. That time, sabi niya, dito tayo sa baseline.
Once again, there you see Daniel Padilla sitting alongside Mayor Rian Cuevas.
Hindi ka lang naka-shades hub, pero...
Hindi kasi ako nasisilawan, Coach.
Yes.
Pero ngayon baka mag-shades na ako, nasisilawan na ako. Dami ng mga between dito sa loob ng arena eh.
The stars are out tonight.
Yeah, the stars are out tonight. What a Saturday it is for us here at the MPBL. That free throw was brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
And speaking of the stars being out tonight, we have viewers from supporters of Nueva Ecija watching all the way from Alberta, Canada. The Conanan and Valle family would like to greet everyone. Good evening, and hope you enjoy watching Nika Valle.
Mitchell missing from the outside, short on the three-point try. Mancalo sticking out his elbow to make sure nobody gets that basketball, to the delight of the crowd here. Mancalo, though, is blitzed.
Yep.
Recovers. Macaloni, he loves that reverse basket, and one for Will Macaloni.
And, you know, yung short corner na yan, as they try to blitz Emmons right here, that short corner is just one step away from the reverse angle finish by Will Macaloni. And I'm sure yung kakampi niya matagal na, si Bobby Balucanag, matutuwa na siya ay nakapuntos sa pagkakataon na yun. And Bobby wants to say hi to the daughter, Zoe, and the entire family. Happy viewing, and we pray that you come back and be able to play again for the Rice Vanguards.
Yeah, shout out to Bobby B. I think he's recovering from an injury right now. Navarro gets it to Carl Brian Cruz. Umali wants a clear out once again. Ooh, okay. CBC and Mancalo getting into it. That's really something. Carl Brian Cruz doesn't usually get that mad in a game. I haven't seen him really lose his temper like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a quick development. I didn't even see it happening.
Yeah, that was real quick.
Away from the play.
But for him to be reacting that way,
could have really been something. Well, he's telling their coaching staff that it was a closed fist.
Yeah, I think that's what I saw in the motion too, that he actually got punched. So we'll see how this goes. Pero kanina pa rin naman kasi sa baba yung yung chippiness, medyo di kita na laban sa ilalim. Lalo na you have Will Macaloni and Sean O'Malley down there. I-add mo pa si Carl Brian Cruz. And the aggressiveness of the other players such as MJ and Billy Robles, even MM and Calo.
Yeah, there's been a lot of physicality in this game.
Even at the guards, kanina early, JC Cullar against sila Enzo Navarro, but you know, it really goes with the type of importance this game has for both teams.
All right, take a look at Calo and CBC right there. All right, they're entangled. And then you see, I think Calo taking a swing on Carl Brian Cruz.
On the chest, yeah.
Yeah. And then the retaliation by CBC. This is a better angle, I think. There you see them getting entangled on the arms. And there was the swing.
Yeah. There's that swing.
Hindi lang nakita talaga kung close fist or not. But definitely there was a swing.
Yeah.
That should merit something. I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be an unsportsmanlike foul.
Yeah. And it could be a case of players trying to get in the head of the other team also, no? And, you know, trying to test kung ano ba ang pasensya nila sa mga ganitong pagkakataon. But definitely, since lalo na para dito sa Manila, you know, alam nila na Rice Vanguards medyo mabigat rin na kalaban ito, and this is a good test for them.
Well, alam naman natin na Calo, he's known for playing the game within the game. You know, trying to get into the heads of his opponents. And he's been successful at that. He's made a career out of it.
Right.
That's one of the things that he brings to the table.
The Manila, like what we mentioned at the top, the coverage, you know, they lost to the top-tier teams in Parañaque and Quezon. And this is another top-tier team that they're going up against. We'll see this one here.
Parang hindi naman close fist.
Yeah, parang hindi naman.
It was just like a slap on the chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it was a closed fist.
Yeah. But definitely, CBC didn't appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. But, you know, he's going to have to learn how to accept those kinds of contact. And him being a former Gilas player, former PBA player, he definitely is head above water over most of the players here in the league. So a player of his caliber, he's going to have to accept that some players are really going to try and get in his head.
But you see the calm demeanor of Coach Don Dula as he was talking to his players. I mean, telling them, you know, gotta relax. This is just another game that would test us.
Upon review, it's a double unsportsmanlike foul between number 19, Calo, his second, and number 17, Carl Brian Cruz, also his second foul.
All right, so both unsportsmanlike, I guess, for both players.
There you go, yep. Double unsportsmanlike fouls for CBC and Calo. I think that was the right call, Coach.
Yeah, I think so too, because hindi naman closed fist, so, you know, that's how it should be.
Under 6 minutes to play here in the first half.
Pero maganda na, nakita mo, nagtapikan sila after in the top of the key.
Yeah, I think respect begets respect. You know, these two players just want to compete on the floor. And they both recognize that they're important to each other's squads.
And both competitors then. No?
Yeah.
And you see Carl right now talking to Boss Emmer.
And they're still trying to appeal the call. They want something heavier.
Heavier for Calo, yeah.
And they feel like the swing was too much, even if it was if it wasn't a closed fist.
Technical foul on Manila SB Batang Sampaloc SGA for improper bench decline, second infraction.
There's going to be a technical call here against the Manila squad for continuous complaining. That's second infraction.
Yeah, I guess this is part of the test for both Nueva Ecija and Manila. No? Heated situations like this, how do you come out of it? And how do you respond?
Definitely, Coach. I think challenge is definitely the right term for, especially for this Manila squad, who is composed of a lot of college players and a lot of ex-PBA players. You know, it's a different atmosphere that we really have here in the MPBL, something that they're really not used to. And if you're going to be successful here in this league, you're going to have to take all of these punches.
Yeah. See that? That 24 clock just blew on Sean O'Malley. They really just two bodies trying to bump against each other without any excessive contact at all.
It's just really the pressure of playing on the road against a crowd like we have here at the Nueva Ecija Coliseum. Well, you know, thankfully for Manila, hindi pa nga to sobrang packed. You know, usually this Coliseum gets really filled with people na sobrang nahihirapan ka na pumasok at lumabas.
Correct.
Calo, a little too strong on the three. Rebound to Manila. Renzo Navarro back inside the game. Cruz running the floor. Gets the 2 points. That's a much-needed basket for the Batang Sampaloc.
And Manila wants to start running right now, and they want to trim down this deficit, especially as, you know, you try and end the quarter really strong at the half.
Calo to JB Bajío. Former Pampanga Giant Lantern driving. That's going to be a walk against JB Bajío.
Now, ito magandang pagsubok rin to para kay JB Bajío because, you know, sa dami ng banggaan dito, you know, how will he also perform under these situations? Good attempt right there by Carl.
That fast break of the game is brought to you by New Star Max. Win to the max. Renzo Navarro with the excellent setup for his big man CBC, Carl Brian Cruz. That's 4 points in the game for the former FPU Tamarao. Umali looking inside. He has that perimeter shot. Try niyang kaldagin dito. Si Will Macaloni, he goes for the reverse. Really aggressive here tonight. Ito si Sean Umali, unfazed by Will Macaloni.
Heft-wise, you know, mas mala pa dito si Sean O'Malley, but the strength of the base of Will Macaloni not allowing him to be dislodged on the post-ups.
Thankfully for Will, he only has Sean O'Malley to deal with tonight.
Yeah.
And not Raba Al-Husseini, not Greg Slaughter.
Greg Slaughter, yeah. I mean, Raba's a different cover then, no?
Oh, Sean O'Malley is what, 6'4", 6'5"? Raba is a legit 6'7". Well, of course, Greg Slaughter is 7 feet tall.
Tsaka legit libre masahe.
Oo, talaga.
Grabe, di ba? But as a fan, you know, you like that certain level of physicality without the intent of hurting anyone.
Cuellar gets it back. Bayo hands it off to Billy Ray Robles. JB. 6 on the shot clock. Bayo drives on the reverse. A little too much muscle on that shot. Macaloni gets the offensive rebound. Bayo almost traveled. Somehow, some way, gets that basket to go. 30-23.
Tingin ko nasagot na yung tanong natin kanina. Paano siya magpe-perform under that physicality? And then JB Bajío really responded with that basket, telling us, I can handle it.
Carl Brian Cruz called for an illegal screen. That's going to be number 3 on CBC. He's telling Coach Gabby Severino, I'm going to be okay. But Coach Gabby insisting that Ira Batalier come into the game for Carl Brian Cruz. This was the shot by JB Bajío against a multitude of defenders.
And tama naman si Coach Gabby. You don't want to risk it. And, you know, that's Carl Brian Cruz that you're going to need later on in the game. And there's so much basketball to be played.
24 inside points compared to just 12 for Manila. Para dito sa Nueva Ecija, Rice Vanguard. Cuellar takes one from the outside. That's going to rim out. Here comes Dida Tanapi. Scored on a 3-point shot earlier in the first quarter. Umali, right now, the focal point of the offense for the Batang Sampaloc. Couldn't get that jumper to go. Gets the offensive rebound. Lost it on the way up. Ball is on the ground. Umali dives for it. Who's it gonna go to? Dennis Padilla.
Had to get out of the...
So trying to call on whose basketball it was gonna go to. I think I know why he's here. He's applying to be a referee. There you see Sean O'Malley. I mean, what more can you ask for
Yeah.
from your starting big man? There you see Dennis Padilla. Binigay naman agad.
Oh, yeah. Kala ko pipito eh.
Wala, nakalimutan niya raw yung pito niya. And of course, Daniel Padilla in attendance as well among the stars tonight. But I think the brightest star here at the Nueva Ecija Coliseum.
Yeah. And all these fans cheering and supporting the Rice Vanguards.
They should use this as a motivation. Imagine that, a guy like Daniel Padilla coming to watch your home game.
Yeah, this is a stop that they need here if you're Manila.
Ayay leaves it for Robbie Celis. He is a master of the perimeter.
Yeah, and pinupuntahan niya yung spot na open pagka nasa low niya at within his range, titira eh, no? Very comfortably doing that.
6 points in the game. Former Makati OK Bet King, former Davao Occidental Tiger as well.
Oh yeah, and that time around, Enzo trying a little bit too much. No, I'm sure he wants to challenge JC on the other end, but sometimes you gotta settle down.
There are really rare moments where Navarro tries to overdo things.
Yeah, very rare.
It doesn't happen all the time, but he does have those moments. Robbie Celis, naghihinayang na di niya nakuha ang 3-point play opportunity, but nevertheless, he will get 2 free throws here. That's another foul against Manila.
Yeah, and they're really trying to create what's called a triple gap na mas maluwag na side para makadrive si Ayay on that end of the floor. At the same time, kakat sa ilalim yung other big man, which in that case would be Rob Celis. And really, pinapakita lang dyan the value of having really good footwork because he received it on that side and took the shot on the reverse area.
2 for 2 para kay Robbie Celis. Still immaculate from the line tonight. Has 8 points in the game.
Well, Mitchell's got a silent 5-point right now. I mean, you kind of expect more from him. He's actually, taken 2-3 shots from outside. And I guess he still needs to get a little rhythm here.
O'Malley gets it to DJ Mitchell, who's supposed to play for DLSU in the UAP. They managed to get it to Sean O'Malley, who scores 2 points.
Ganda ng setup na yun, similar to what Bulacan was doing a little bit earlier. Little horns ending up with a chin screen. Some would call that a rug screen to free up the big man going down.
Wico attacks hard as he always does and gets another foul that puts Manila over the limit.
Wala naman yatang nilayup na malambot si MJ. Palaging go hard yan eh.
That's good screen set there to free up Sean O'Malley, although one guy was down there for Manila. And nevertheless, they're going to take that if it means 2 points.
Ganda rin ang pagkaka-setup ng screen ni Enzo that time. I mean, making up for the earlier decision to go all the way against JC.
What about Michael Wico? Second leading scorer for Nueva Ecija this season. His numbers dipped last year. Well, actually, if you think about it, almost the entire Nueva Ecija core last year, their numbers dipped.
Correct.
And that resulted in them relinquishing the championship, not being able to defend it. It's really changed from such a dominant season that they had 2 years ago en route to that Season 4 championship. Talagang nag-iba yung tema ng laro nila last year.
Yeah. And I guess it might be a case of some teams actually figuring them out already on the system, on the coverage. Oh, another player down right there. That's Ayay.
Well, also, Coach, I think another factor is, of course, it was the injuries as well.
Yeah, that's a big part of it.
That a lot of them suffered last year. Michael Mabulak, MJ Wico also having a few last year. Hesit Gabo as well.
Right. And the competition actually taking the toll on the players also.
Yeah, it's a long season. 29 teams. Every team playing each other once. So that's going to be 28 games per squad. And at the end of the regular season, only the top 8 will be making it to our playoffs in the North and South divisions.
Let's face it, going up against San Juan was a little bit tough in that playoff. I mean, that team was on a roll with Orlan Wamar. And, I don't know. really just ended up with them getting into the playoffs and the finals.
Aside from the speed, it's also the young legs that
Oh yeah.
San Juan had. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Navarro now being guarded once again by JC Collier, who had his number in the first quarter. Umali drops step the basket and one for Sean Umali.
But how about this connection between Sean O'Malley and Enzo Navarro? We've seen that twice in the last 3 frames, that these guys are actually working very well with each other.
2 different generations of Lyceum Pirates playing beautiful music together. Enzo Navarro finding his big man Sean Umali for the N1 opportunity.
And yung pasa, yun ang galing sa read din ni Enzo. Na nakita niya, oh, Rob Celis against Sean, I have advantage. I might as well just give it to him.
Umali now with 12 points in the game, plus 4 rebounds, 3 steals as well, Coach Mike.
Yeah.
Celis finds Maguliano. This is a pass. Wico short, gets his own miss. And that's 2 points nonetheless for Michael Wico.
Well, Michael Wico has really mastered that backdoor cut coming from the baseline. And many times we've seen that this season, and including from the previous ones.
And that second jump just really still so quick.
Yeah.
Umali trying to increase his total here. He's doubled. Wico comes to help. He gets the block. He's asking for a foul. He's really on our referee's ear for it. MJ Ayay gets the lob from Wico.
Yeah, and Sean's continually talking to the referee. You got to stay level-headed here.
You really can't stare down a referee like that. Manila's got to calm themselves down here.
Right.
And this is definitely not going to help their cause tonight.
Malaking test to na kung paano nila isosolve itong mga ganitong sitwasyon.
Back here inside the Nueva Ecija Coliseum in Palayan City. Main event of our Saturday triple header dito sa MPBL. Nueva Ecija against Manila. Technical foul was called against Sean O'Malley for continuous complaining. He was really in one of our referees' ears, complaining about a non-call, and in fact he was showing his hand that was bleeding.
Right.
Sinasabi niya, wala pa bang foul?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's why he got taken out, because of the blood on his fingers.
42-28, under a minute to play here. Brian Cruz earlier called for the non-sportsmanlike foul on his scuffle with Eman Calo. It has been a highly physical match here inside the Nueva Ecija Coliseum, and CBC finally getting a call in his favor.
Nakita mo yung attention na binibigay nitong Rice Vanguards. Every time yung bola nasa shaded area, help comes in because they understand hindi kaya ng single coverage.
Of course, Coach Don Dulay, he's a champion in this league. He knows what it takes to be able to go all the way to the national championship. There you see Manila assistant coach Ricky Dandan, who last year coached the Bataan Risers.
Right.
Lead is a dozen here for Nueva Ecija, 42-30. JC Culyar, JP Maguliano, MJ Wico, Rob Celis, and MJ Ayay. They've been running that set repeatedly here in the first half. Mitchell finds himself wide open. Second leading scorer of Manila, draining a bucket for his 8th point of the game.
That's a key stat line in this game. That's already the third three-pointer of Manila versus none yet para dito sa Rice Vanguards.
How will that play out coming into the latter parts of the game? Wico with the rock, 5 seconds left. Celis looks at the game clock against Didat Hanapi, has the height advantage, could definitely shoot it, and does so right there. The score by Robbie Celis to beat the buzzer.
Robbie as if talking to everyone, I missed that buzzer beater in the first quarter. No, that's not going to happen. I'm going to make this one. And he's within that comfort zone where he normally makes those attempts.
Well, that shot in the first quarter almost went in. That
That's
went
right.
in and out. And this time he made sure that this was gonna go through the net, down and through.
Kita mo kung gaano ka-crafty yan, no? Look at his footwork. The foot was actually facing the baseline, had to twist a little bit before he got squared for that shot mid-range.
Tough move made easy by the former champion, Robbie Celis. 44-33 is our score at the half. This is brought to you by GameX, the official online ending partner of the MPBL, the first and original online basketball ending sa Pinas. Ngayon naman mga kaliga, tungayan natin ang ating mga top 10 plays of the week.
Tolentino. Inintay si Chavez. Drives baseline. One possession game. Caloocan's lead is down to 3 with 1 minute and 34.
My goodness, Del, can you tell me, malapit ba ang Abra dito sa Caloocan? Because it feels like 1/4, marami yun of this crowd is Abra. But you look at the shot here by Chavez. Excellent decision by Tolentino to wait for him, and Chavez finishes at the baseline.
14 points ang lamang ng Pampanga Giant Lanterns and we're nearing the end of the third. Archie Concepcion fires the 3 and will knock it down.
May magagawa ka pa ba doon sa Yeah, you guard him close, he'll attack. You give him the lower percentage shot. Okay. Ang mabigat lang, this is their home court.
Oo. And Abdul Sawat, inatrasan niya talaga ng gusto. That game.
Delivered in, 10 seconds on the shot clock. There's the screen. MJ, pass inside. Great feed. Basket and one for Donachea. Unselfish basketball there. Already had a good look. Oh, and that's what Coach Cholo wanted to see out from his players. Diba? As reported by Sydney.
How about that? Showing a little bit of flair with that left hand. What a beautiful finish by JC. Here's the forward pass.
Marcelino challenging the defense of Marvin Janicio, and he gets the hoop plus the harm.
Sometimes players are just too good. Heavy, kahit na alam mo na kung anong gagawin at anong mangyayari, it will still happen. The Marcelino twins run by Abra.
And Jeramer Cabanag answers right back. Jeramer Cabanag playing big down the stretch.
At Hanapi plus Pau Havelona.
Heavy, how impressive has been RJ Minerva for his individual defense on the post. That's the second time tonight as he was able to hold his ground. The first one against Omali in the first half, and last trip against Aluseni. But talk about a move. LJ Gonzalez relatively quiet in that first half. Naging maingay doon sa galaw na yon. Sinigawan pa ni Coach Gabby, magkasama yan sa FEU. Yung friendly like that sigaw. Tingnan mo to, Op.
Look at that.
Enter the blender, CBC. Kapwa, tama raw pa.
Against Aluseni, tried to get it back, but look who gets it. LJ Gonzalez recycles possession for Quezon. Torres against Javelona. One of the best defenders we have here in the league. But Cyrus Torres, what a cold-blooded three from way downtown.
Oh, what a terrific shot by Cyrus Torres. Cyrus Torres sizing up the defender.
Hand in the face, inches away from the three-point line.
Comboy. 3 on the way. Yes, sir! Tied game. 59-all. What a show.
Well, this was the three by Wendell Comboy, moving without the basketball. That shot tied the ball game.
Gonzalez with the rock against Francis Escandor. Gonzalez gets the step. Fuentes, this could be big. That is the dagger. Jodel Fuentes from the outside.
It opened up that window on the left side on a struggling Jodel Fuentes. Before that shot, struggling after the first quarter.
Del Comboy. Cabanag uses the pick from Cervantes. Gets it back. Cabanag. Labas kay Rail. Tres. Pasok yan! Big shot from Rail Cervantes. Jerimer Cabanag making it happen for Caloocan.
At 59-all, gotta be impressed with the patience of Jerimer Cabanag. This is the second action of that two-man game. It finally leaves Cervantes open. This is also the same play prior that he missed at the top of the key.
Those are our top 10 plays of the week here in Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. The games just keep on getting more exciting as the season goes on. And speaking of exciting, we have a very exciting halftime interview for our main game for today. You are witnessing the halftime of our main game between Nueva Ecija and Manila. The score is 44-33 in favor of Nueva Ecija. Ako po si Gianna Llanes at kasama ko ngayon si Beaver Magtalas and Dennis Padilla. Beaver, thank you so much for joining us today. You are a proud Palayano, so batiin mo naman lahat ng mga fellow Palayano mo na andito sa Nueva Ecija Coliseum ngayon.
Hello po sa ating lahat na Palayano dito ngayon. I hope everybody's having a good night, no? Hello po sa inyo lahat.
And you know what? Through your career, Beaver, pinapakita mo na hindi lang talented ang mga Novo Ecijano sa sports, pero sa entertainment industry din. So, saan ka ba namin masusubaybayan?
Hi guys, you can watch me in our upcoming movie with Tito Dennis Padilla, Mucharkia, Miss Kudin Barreto, and a lot of other artists. Sa upcoming movie namin, No When Magic Hurts, this May 22. And ayun guys, I would also like to ask you guys to support, of course, Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards.
And Beaver, can you also ask your supporters to continue to support our league, the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League?
Ayun guys, also, subaybayan niyo po lagi ang MPBL.
Maraming salamat once again. That was Beaver Magtalas. Ngayon naman po, kausapin natin si Sir Dennis Padilla. Sir Dennis, anong masasabi mo sa aksyon na napapanood mo ngayon dito sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League?
Well, talagang punong-puno ng aksyon, tsaka makikita mo talaga na napakagaling lahat ng mga players natin dito sa MPBL. Kaya I hope na ang lahat ng ating mga kababayan, tumutok po kayo sa MPBL. Napakasaya at napakagaling ng mga players.
A lot of people are very excited din po na andito kayo ngayon kasi marami kang fans dito sa Nueva Ecija Coliseum. Saan ka po ba namin papanood?
Well, may bago kaming pelikula na may premiere night kami tomorrow sa Cabanatuan City. Ito yung When Magic Hurts. At ang regular showing namin, syempre, sa darating na May 22, kasama syempre si Beaver Magtalas, Maxine Trinidad at si Mutya Orquia, directed by Gabby Ramos. Kaya panuorin nyo. At nandyan din po si Claudine Barreto, kasama ko rin. Kaya panoorin nyo po, May 22 ang aming showing sa lahat ng theaters.
Sir Dennis, we will definitely anticipate that. Kindly invite naman po lahat ng nanonood ngayon na continue supporting Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Keep watching MPBL.
Once again, maraming salamat Sir Dennis Padilla and Beaver Magtalas. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Halftime now between the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards and the Manila SV Batang Sampaloc SGA. The score is 44-33, 11-point lead for the home squad. And so far, the Rice Vanguards have had the number of Manila in this game. It has been a highly physical ball game between these two squads.
Yeah, very similar number of shot attempts, pero efficiency on the side of field goals advantage to Nueva Ecija. And I guess Manila, the 3 out of 11 free throws created a little bit more para dito sa kanilang team. And the inside points, you see that 30 versus 16, that plus 14 really told on them, especially the help that they got from the bench in favor of Nueva Ecija. That's a plus 26 from the bench of the Rice Vanguards.
So that 3 out of 11 for Manila and the 0 out of 5 for Nueva Ecija are actually their 3-point field goal.
Yeah.
And in terms of free throws, they're actually doing pretty good, Manila and Nueva Ecija. Manila is 8 out of 9 from the free throw line, while Nueva Ecija is 12 out of 16. There have been a number of fouls called in this game on both sides of the floor. Both teams really trying to shackle each other, but so far Nueva Ecija has been doing a better job of controlling the physicality and accepting the punches being thrown at them.
Yeah, and yung points in the paint really is coming from a lot of the fast breaks na nakuha nitong Nueva Ecija.
So far, Sean O'Malley leading the way for Manila in the absence of Raba Al-Husseini. He has 12 right now, while Robbie Celis, who hit that buzzer beater at the end of the second quarter, has 10 for the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Macaloni has 8, Wico has 7, Bitoon with 5 so far in this game. There you see Gab Dagangon also on the bench of Nueva Ecija. He's not yet suited up. Still recovering from an injury. So you can still see really the depth of this Nueva Ecija team despite the departure of a lot of their core players.
And, you know, having Rob Celis come off the bench contributed too to the advantage of on the bench points.
MJ Ayaay, JC Culyar, Will Macaloni, JB Bayo, and Chris Bitoon will start the third quarter for Coach Don Dulay, while Coach Gabby Severino will be fielding in his starters for this third quarter.
Wow, good recovery right there by Sean as JB Bahio tried to roll after that middle ball screen.
Ayaay inbounding from the baseline. Bayo gets it at the corner. Macaloni faces up against Umali, short on the banker. Ayaay the offensive rebound. Definitely a foul against Renzo Navarro.
Yeah, it really is a matter of exploiting mismatches. Kanina nakita mo yung bola na kay Will Macaloni, opposite side post. Kita mo si Ayaay, sinil kagad si Mitchell because he understands medyo may advantage ako in terms of strength this close against Mitchell.
If you just tuned in, it's a star-studded night tonight here at the Nueva Ecija Coliseum. Nakita nyo naman Daniel Padilla, Dennis Padilla here in attendance to watch the games. Our Saturday triple header, just a way to end the week here in the MPBL.
Actually, second half na pero ang dami pa rin pumapasok malamang dahil sa kanila eh.
Ayun na nga eh. Another whistle is blown. We haven't even got past the half-court line. That's going to be the first team foul for Nueva Ecija.
12 ang lamang dito ng Nueva Ecija pero hindi ito safe. Lalo na with the firepower that Manila has.
O'Malley wants to clear out. Trying to walk a tightrope there on that baseline. That's a foul against Will Macaloni. That's going to be number 2 against him.
But actually, for him to just have 2 fouls at this point, considering yung banggaan kanina, that's already an achievement.
Navarro sets up Didat Hanapi. Corner 3, no good. Rebound tapped outside. It will go to Nueva Ecija.
Mabigat rin talaga i-cover sa ilalim si Sean O'Malley. Hindi talaga ganun kadali, no?
With that kind of frame and the kind of skill set that he has.
Tsaka yung footwork, no?
Yeah. Definitely a tough cover. Culyar. Top ball screen with Will Macaloni. Culyar back to Will. Macaloni could not score.
Good idea with that side ball screen. Di lang na-basket ni Will Macaloni yun.
Navarro wants Mitchell to come up. CBC has yet to make a significant dent offensively in tonight's game. That's badly missed. Air ball there for Carl Brian Cruz. Ayaay na nagbaba ng bola dito for the Rice Vanguards. Bitoon. Blitz there by the defense. Bayo. Bounce pass. Will Macaloni was waiting on that dunker spot. Short on the gimme. Hanapi free for that layup.
Yeah, perfect execution both ways para dito sa Manila. A good recovery on that shot by Will Macalone and a strong finish on the other end with that defense not set up.
45-35. Biton pulls up for the jumper. Free throw line J won't work. Rebound to Carl Brian Cruz. Hanapi. Mitchell. Quick trigger. He's been off the mark from the outside tonight.
Yeah, I think he's what, 0 out of 5 from 3. And tama ka doon, he's really been struggling. About that recovery right there by Sean. And twice already we've seen Sean do that recovery.
Good thing Mitchell was able to deliver a pass to Dida Tanapi. That was the fast break of the game, brought to you by New Star Max. Win to the max. Macaloni could not power his way past the defense of Sean O'Malley.
And that one went the other way naman. Pinaramdam ni Sean yung, steady defense at the post against Will.
CBC carving his way through. That's 2 points inside. Much needed basket for his confidence.
Yeah. You want to get back here in the second half. Just try and trim this down. Only 8 na lang, no?
Yeah, more than 2 points. Importantly, they get the lead down to single digits, but they throw it away. Biton, catch, set, fire, splash!
Well, that weapon was already ready for release. At that time, he caught it.
Sean O'Malley on the run, basket and one. And Will Macaloni charged with another personal foul to his utter disbelief.
It's number 3.
Once again, we'll take a look at this connection between Renzo Navarro and Sean O'Malley. Parang nagsorry pa nga si Renzo doon na parang konting mababa ata yung pasa.
Oh, yeah. But you love that Sean was still able to fabricate a shot despite yung baba ng pasa.
That's just a testament to how crafty he is as a big man. No matter what the angle, no matter where he is on the floor, he can get points on the board. We'd like to greet one of our courtside reporters, Mika Abisamis. A very happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mika.
Spending time right now with her family.
Yeah.
Hope you're having the best day possible. That's a dribbling violation against Robbie Celis.
Very rare. Matatawagan ng dribbling violation yung si Rob.
Rare turnover for Nueva Ecija. They've been doing a good job of taking care of that basketball.
Yeah. Chance to trip this down to 6 though.
O'Malley on top to Dida Tanapi. Navarro comes out of the pin down. Cruz to set the screen. Pocket pass inside the CBC. Picked off by Chris Biton. That's another foul on Renzo Navarro.
A good read by JB on that pocket pass after that chin action wasn't available.
This three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Chris Biton draining it from downtown.
Yeah, si Enzo kasi masyadong busy. Sinusubukan tumulong doon kay Will Macaloni sa baba. Nakalimutan niya nando si Chris on the other side.
Colliar could not hit from the outside. Ida Tanapi is off and running. Could not get that finger roll to drop. Mitchell from the outside, no good.
Yeah, patuloy pa rin nagme-mintes sa tres itong si Mitchell. Couldn't get anything going from that spot.
Well, he actually has 2 threes already in this game, but he's hoisted up a lot of shots from that area. He's now 2 out of 10.
Ooh.
Mitchell almost had that ball stolen by JC Colliar. Colliar has been all over the place tonight.
Yeah. And, the activity of both Chris Biton and JC Colliar, just puts a lot of pressure on the guards of Manila.
Let's now turn you over to Miss Gianna Lianes.
Everybody just needs to calm down. Yun daw ang exact words na sinabi ni Coach Gabby sa players niya sa halftime. He admits that he himself disagrees with a lot of the non-calls, specifically one in favor of Carl Brian Cruz, pero he knows that they can't do anything about it and they must move on. So composure ang key nila for the rest of the game, specifically to be able to read Nueva Ecia's backdoor shots and fast breaks. In his words, it's time to tighten up the strings. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Gianna. Well, they're doing a better job here in the third quarter of being able to keep their cool. In fact, they brought the lead back down to single digits. They get a stop. Abelona now back in the game. Umali wants it against JP Maguliana. That's a familiar matchup for him. CBC from the outside. Short. It will stay with Manila.
Yeah, pero kita mo si Jasper really trying to stay, that's Maguliano, really trying to stay low to try and counter the strength of Sean down there.
CBC, this time he's wide open and he swishes that through. Lead down to 5.
Yeah, yung maganda kay CBC, may range din sa labas no?
Oh, that's where he made a name for himself. A big man who could stretch the floor. Biton bounces it to Robbie Celis.
Again, we see that connection between Robbie and Chris. A lot of familiarity between those two.
Batalier trying to go down low to Carl Brian Cruz.
Yeah, and see MJ Wico is always going to be very aggressively defending. Look at this pocket pass on that beautiful no dribble finish by Rob Celis.
How hard is it to cover a pick and roll involving Chris Bito and Robbie Celis? Two very dynamic offensive players.
Yeah, either way, it's an option.
Celis getting the stop. Wico, sidestep, right hand finish is good, plus the foul.
Favorite move of Michael Wico. Left hand, one dribble on the left side of the floor and try and finish off leg going right. How many times have you seen that from MJ?
Former Pampanga Giant Lantern, former champion with the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards, one of the holdovers from that champion squad. Second leading scorer this season for Nueva Ecija. Really glad that Michael Wico is back to performing at this kind of level. I'm sure everybody is as well. Well, maybe not Manila though. You see Coach Don Dula is still looking astutely from the sideline. Cabelona steps on the baseline. That's a careless turnover against Manila.
Yeah, naubusan ng space as that defense really forced them to go baseline.
Biton calling out the play here for the Rice Vanguards. Kenneth Mocon unang pasok sa second half para dito sa Nueva Ecija. Turnover story +5 for Manila so far in this game, but that's gonna add to Nueva Ecia's total.
Yeah, miscom doon sa execution na yon of that weak side turn. They didn't know if they were gonna do a side weave or just gonna do a straight up zoom.
After that two-man game, we bring you our lucky fan of the game, brought to you by Buenas. Avelona gets it inside, but Alier couldn't move Robbie Celis out of the way. Here comes Nueva Ecija once again. Bitoon stops in his tracks. Maguliano to the cutting Michael Wico. It's a tad bit too short right there. Wico trying to get it back. Escandor now looking inside. Batalier finds himself open underneath.
Yeah, good move there by Batalier. Saw that baseline was open, just went that way.
52-45. Under 4 minutes to play here in the third. Biton. Tried to go to Robbie Celis. Already had a shot available.
Meron na. Tama ka doon. Meron ng tira kanina. Sana ginap shot na lang niya. Anyway, covered underneath si Rob Celis. They've been trying to do that drive middle, backdoor the other way. That time around, medyo bantay.
And there you see Escandor able to get it to Ira Batalier for perhaps his easiest 2 points of the night. Navilona came off the bench tonight.
How do you think that has been affecting the game of Manila tonight, Coach Mike? With Paolo Havilona coming off the bench.
Yeah, I think iba rin ang rotation pag nandyan si Havilona to start as the point guard. And so, kaya nagkakaroon siguro ng adjustment dito, lalo na kanina in the second quarter when they made some changes.
Of course, there are some times that Coach Gabby has Havilona and Renzo Navarro both on the floor, but he usually reserves that for the fourth quarter. John Hamon is in the game para kay Coach Gabby Severino.
That's another firepower right there from Manila.
Batalier opts to go inside. Left hand finish no good. Still a 3-possession ball game. Ryan Costello has yet to make a dent offensively. Leading scorer last year for Pasig City.
Good steal again by Sean.
Escandor has Hamon in the corner waiting. Fly-by move, three-pointer on the way, too strong.
And every time na nagmimintis itong Manila, they immediately go down in transition to try and defend, not allowing any fast break para dito sa Rice Vanguards.
Costello back to JP Maguliano for three. Yes, sir!
How about Ryan Costello trusting JP with the top of straight on three?
Ryan Costello recognizing he has more talent amongst him. And this year's team that he is on, unlike when he was with Pasig City, he had to do a lot of the heavy lifting.
Right.
Havilona able to draw a foul against the Nueva Ecija defense. The Rice Vanguards already over the limit. That's the first point of Paolo Havilona in this game.
Yep. And somehow, three-point shooting, still 1 out of 8 for Nueva Ecija and 4 of 17 for Manila.
2 for 2 for Pao Havilona. He has 3 rebounds and 4 assists as well. Celis gets it to Ryan Costello, who once again begins the offense for the Rice Vanguards. Costello uses the Celis screen. Costello to JP Maguliano. Can he go back to back? Almost, but not quite.
Yeah, good line on that attempt by JP. Could have gone twice already.
Solid screen set by Sean O'Malley on Pao Havilona. Tempra pulls it back out. Escandor against the pesky MJ Wigo. There's going to be a foul against Nueva Ecija, and that's going to be more free throws for Manila.
Yeah, and one thing also, I guess, that's missing on Manila is that Francis Escandor, very limited production here. He's normally a really good shooter from the outside, but the defense is really forcing him to either pass the ball or put the ball on the floor.
Only 2 points so far para sa kanya. Oh, Tempra airballs that free throw. I've seen more than one airball today on the line.
Earlier by Mark, right?
Yeah, Mark Sarangay. Tempra is hearing it from the crowd here inside the Nueva Ecija Coliseum. This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances. Ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. 0 out of 2 for James Tempra.
Manila's got to have a good stop here.
1 minute and change. Havilona trying to force the turnover. It's going to go the way of Manila.
And how about the activity of both Havilona and Ryan Costello? You love that compete if you're a fan of the game.
Definitely is a very good matchup. 2 heady point guards, 2 great leaders. Coach Gabby Severino trying to have a word with Seb Pingol right there on the side. 1 minute and 11 remaining here in the third quarter. We'll take a short break.
JP Maguliano against Imos had 14 points, 8 of those coming in the fourth quarter. 7 out of 12 from the field, couple of rebounds plus a couple of assists. JP Maguliano is no stranger to the MPBL, although this may be the first time that he's getting this much playing time here in the league.
Yeah, and he's really taking the most of the opportunity that's given him by Coach Don Dulay. And, you know, you see it on the numbers right now. It's bench points at 41 versus 8, and really just the depth of the lineup of the Rice Vanguards coming into play here.
In fact, actually, I may be wrong, but I think I do remember that JP Maguliano's former team here in the MPBL was Manila.
Oh, yeah?
That's a three-pointer right there for Batang Sampaloc. They trimmed the lead down to just 5.
Yeah, and this is very important execution here for Manila.
Abelona, can he go back-to-back? That's too strong. There's a guy on the floor. A foul called against the Rice Vanguards. Abelona asking for a landing spot foul.
Yeah. But that shot had a good line.
Will Macaloni back inside the game para kay Coach Don Dulay. He will give Rob Celis a breather. Ira Batalier will come in. Situational subs for both coaches. 46.5 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. It's really a classic physical MPBL ball game here between Nueva Ecija and Manila.
And you expect nothing else from these two teams. Lalo na you have Sean and Carl in there against Will, MJ, Billy. You know it's going to be a very physical game.
You know, would have been a very different ball game had both of these teams' lineups been complete. But of course, hindi na natin pwedeng isipin kung ano yung what if. Already is a great matchup as is.
Yeah. And I guess both teams are really trying to gauge kung saan sila, no? Lalo na sa side ng Manila. This is their third time to meet a top-tier team. And so, you know, you gauge your confidence as you go against these bigger teams.
Tempra finally sinking a free throw, cutting the lead of Nueva Ecija down to just 4. Costello through the double team, able to deliver a pass to Maguliano. Mocon has not really been contributing so far tonight. Under 40 to play. Maguliano on the roll. Sees Wico on the slot cut. Macaloni blocked from behind by Tempra. Escandor picks it up.
And boy, Manila really doing a good job of recovering on those dives on the weak side. And that's why right now they're only down by 4.
About a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Abelona draws Macaloni on the switch. Abelona sinks it from downtown. 55-54. 5 seconds remaining. Mocon to Macaloni. 2 seconds left. Wico, one fake, another one. Foul against Manila. And Michael Wico taking offense to the hit of James Tempra on him. Good thing our security staff quick to get in the middle of things.
Yeah, and you know, we were talking about chippiness kanina. Ini-expect mo talaga yan. Dumikit pa ng ganito yung score, and all the more na, you know, players are gonna want to be involved a little chippiness.
I'm telling you, this is playoff type basketball we're experiencing. We've had a lot of these types of games at the start of the season. And who are we to complain? Paolo Javelona, 6 shots straight, 6 points straight, rather, in the last few possessions to help Manila bring this lead down to just 1. Our referees continuing to look at that last play that transpired right before the buzzer sounded. Take a look at what happened. There you see Wico on the right side, and then Tempra, watch him as he puts his hands down on Michael Wico. Not really much.
Yeah, not really much.
Oh, there you go. It was after the confrontation where I think the forearm of James Tempra
hit the face of Michael Vico. Let's see how our referees decide on this. Vico so far with 9 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists in this game, while Tempra has 3 and 2.
Tsaka ganyan talaga. Gusto nitong parehong team na ito na Nueva Ecija wants to stay undefeated. Samantalang ito namang Manila, gusto nilang manalo naman sa isang big tier team. Kaya the compete is pretty much there, and that's why a little bit of a playoff feel in this match.
They want to continue the streak that they're on. Talking about Manila, Nueva Ecija, as you mentioned, wants to stay unbeaten. It's a long season, Coach Mike, but of course, every game counts. You know, you can't go into a game thinking that it's gonna be an easy night for you.
Yeah,
against any team.
Yeah, at saka kailangan maintindihan mo na eventually, in the latter part of the season, yung mga nilalaro mo ngayon could have an impact on how you're seeded later on. And so you win as many games as you can, because sa dulo, pagka kukunti na lang yung games, that's actually the situation. You want to win as many games as you can.
All right, so there is the final verdict. A foul, a regular one against James Tempra, and then a warning against Michael Vico. No more time on the clock. That's why there are no jumpers on the floor. These are only 2 free throws para kay Michael Vico, who is now in double figures with 10. 2 for 2 para kay Michael Vico. And that's going to be it for our third quarter. 57-54. Just a 3-point lead for the Rice Vanguards. Biggest lead that they had was 14 points. Our end of third quarter score is brought to you by GameX, the official online ending partner of the MPBL, the first and original basketball ending sa Pinas. Presenting our Suzuki Muscular and Sporty fan of the game, just like the Avenus, do more and achieve more with the Muscular and Sporty scooter from Suzuki. The Avenus, oras na para magmotor. We are live from the Nueva Ecija Coliseum in Palayan City. The last game of our Saturday triple header. There you see Dennis Padilla waving to the camera, among the stars in attendance tonight here for a last game the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League's triple header here in Nueva Ecija. Kenneth Mocon getting the block on Pao Havilona. Meanwhile, Manila responding with a block of their own. That's Ira Batalier swatting JB Magoliano out of there. Part of scoring on your screens. Nueva Ecija coming up with their best quarter in the second with 25 points, while Manila had 21, outscoring them by 8 in the third period.
Yeah, that was a huge comeback, that third quarter, para dito sa Manila to trim this down to a 3-point game.
Biggest lead for Nueva Ecija was at 14. Vico goes inside, gets it back on the right.
Oh,
that's travel, yeah.
Yeah, clear travel.
A lot of hesitation into what he was going to do in that possession.
I think he was hoping na pagka jab niya going right, magli-lift si Will Macaloni para may space siya to drive.
JV Bayo back in the game for Nueva Ecija, as well as MJ Ayay.
Been a very silent night for JB.
Actually, yeah, that's true. Only 4 points, 2 out of 6 from the field, and just 2 rebounds.
Yeah.
Escandor stops at the free throw line, gets it back. CBC draws Ayay on the switch, tried to seal him. Cuellar once again with a pickup. JC Cuellar draws the foul. He will troop to the line for 2 shots. What about JC Cuellar, Coach Mike?
Yeah, medyo mahirap sabayan pag ganong much momentum, especially coming from the backcourt. And Francis Escandor really tried his best to try and catch up, but just the speed of JC giving him the advantage in that situation.
Well, we all know what he can bring to the table. It's just that tonight there seems to be an added pep to his step.
Yeah, maganda malaman ano yung added na motivation na yan for JC as he goes up against the guards of Manila.
Yeah, the numbers may not show it, but it's definitely beyond that. Just his energy on the floor has been contagious for Nueva Ecija tonight, in a good way. Cuellar gets loose from the defense. Mocon, short on the shot, may have been partially blocked. Abelona, nagmamadali. Abelona, emergency pass. That's going to go the way of Nueva Ecija.
And, you know, I think he hit his face on the floor.
Abelona still on the ground. Good sportsmanship from a couple of Rice vanguards. Oh, we hope he's okay. I think JC Cuellar saw something bleeding from his mouth.
Yeah. Might be a tooth that he lost as he fell. We're going to find out later.
Oh, Belona's a fighter. We know that.
Yep.
Ayai, finger roll, no good. Gets his own miss. Offensive rebounds have been a big factor for the Rice Vanguards tonight. Ayai decides to pull for three. Gets it to go.
And yan ang value na binibigay naman ni Jasper Ayai. I mean, we've seen that in games, close out, especially in the early ones this season. And he just brings that, you know, level of confidence to score in these situations. Look at Mocon now defending against Abelona.
Abelona attacks the defense. Abelona flips it up, kisses it off the glass. A little bit too strong. That's going to be a foul against the Rice Vanguards.
And twice already, Abelona seen the floor.
This three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. MJ Ayai, 9.6 rebounds, 2 assists in this game, to the delight of our Nueva Ecija VIPs.
Inobserve muna ni Ayai yung ano, kung anong gagawin ng depensa ni CBC. But, you know, without any reaction, he just rose up and took that shot.
That's experience and smarts for you.
Yeah.
Abelona missing on his first free throw. Usually a decent free throw shooter, but it seems that hit earlier is still bothering him.
Yeah, malamang meron ngang impact yun sa kanya. We'll see about this one. He makes it.
9 points para kay Pau Abelona. Also has 4 rebounds and 4 assists. Cuellar starts the offense here for Nueva Ecija. Ayai attacks hard, draws the foul. Holding on to his left leg as he came down.
That's pretty awkward, that situation para kay Jasper Ayai, as he tried to do what's called a zipper and got that screen going right. See what happened here.
The obvious push right there by Jan Amon.
Yeah.
I just don't think that Ayai was ready for that kind of contact. Hence the reaction. Ayai off the curl. Too early in the shot clock, but why not for MJ Ayai?
He's hit 5 in a row already.
How pretty was that?
Ooh. And he baited John Hamon into this.
Wow. MJ Ayai putting the veteran to school tonight. Coach Gabby Severino does not agree with a lot of the things happening tonight. But the clear message coming from him, papunta sa kanyang team, is to stay calm.
Kalma lang. Stay in the game and continue competing.
Bayo, with CBC in front of him, he will not force the issue. Cuellar, back to JB. Bayo, Ira Batalier is there. That's a walk. Really tough when you try to put on the brakes and yung pivot mo kusa na lang gumagalaw.
Yeah. Tsaka hindi, this is not the usual JB Bahio that we see perform. Right now, somehow you see he's second-guessing himself. Oh, another steal.
Bayo, can he redeem himself? Leaves it for Colliar, who kicks it out to Coach Don Dulay. I'm sure it gets still knocked down an open three.
Yep.
Let's now turn you over to Ms. Gianna Llanes.
Kahit daw undefeated sila so far, in-anticipate talaga ni Coach Don na facing Manila would be their first big test this season. Something he's still figuring out though is what rotations work together, especially having a lineup mixed with veterans and younger players. At ina-anticipate rin niya na makakatulong sa kanilang dynamics ang team building nila that is scheduled within Nueva Ecija next week. But right now, what's really holding them together is their communication. It was Will Macaloni and JC Colliar who were the ones that were very vocal sa last huddle. They're just encouraging their teammates to get their momentum again this quarter. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Gianna. Well, definitely still a lot to learn from each other to Nueva Ecija. Same goes for Manila.
Yep.
For the Rice Vanguards, you know, being under Coach Jerson Cabiatos the past couple of years, this is definitely something new para sa kanila, and they're still adjusting, as you can see, despite the wins. But definitely a lot of promise for this crew. That's why they're still one of the contenders in the North. 63-55, the lead is 8. Almost 4 minutes gone by here in the fourth. MJ Ayay, a little bit of hesitation.
Yeah, he's feeling it right now.
Gets it back. Ayay, the heat check, still hot.
You know, the points that he scored were at times when it mattered.
14 puntos sa laro na to para kay MJ Ayay. Cruz tried to bait a foul against the defense. Sean Umali right there underneath. Oh, there's going to be a delay of game warning.
Yep, delay in the game.
Take a look at this. MJ Ayay toying with the defense. Even wanted to foul after that.
Yeah. Pero alam niya papasok eh. Wanted to take that shot.
Colliar attacks inside. Nobody stopping the basketball. Token defense for Manila.
Ni walang tumulong, walang umistant. You know, nayaan lang si JC Colliar to go in there and finish with the layup.
I was literally ball watching.
Yeah.
Abelona on the left side. Abelona to Sean Umali. Umali will take it from 3 off the front of the rim. Ayay. Gets the foul against Renzo Navarro. Navarro will be charged with his third.
Yes.
Take a look at this play of the game brought to you by Buenas. What about JC Colliar? He's really making the most out of the opportunity given to him right now by Coach Don Dulay.
At the moment na naramdaman ni JC, nasa likod niya si Enzo, you know, put the speed on hanggang sa nabeat niya going to that lane.
5 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists in the game para kay JC Colliar. Manila gets a steal. Navarro.
Gotta take this.
Escandor having trouble against the defense of Colliar. Escandor doubled. Carl Brian Cruz inside for 2 points.
Well, Kyle Brian Cruz really making himself available underneath. Francis Escandor was in trouble, but he was able to show himself and get that pass and that basket.
Already a double-double para sa kanya. Here comes Dida Tanapi. Tanapi looking at his options. He leaves it for CBC. Celis taps it out of bounds. Still, Nueva Ecija basketball.
Yeah, gusto muna ni Carl doon is ma-clear out muna bago siya umatake. Wanted that space in the middle so that in case that baseline gets shut down, pwede siyang pumunta doon sa middle side.
MJ Ayay will get a well-deserved break. Let's see if he's still going to come back in. Renzo Navarro goes inside, spins, bounce pass this time to Sean Umali. Umali, couple of fakes, won't work. Celis makes sure that they get the rebound.
Yeah, tsaka maganda doon, Will Macaloni tried to limit the inside move of Sean Umali, really pushing him on the outside.
Colliar goes to Mocon on the right. Quick trigger by Ken Moco. No good. Celis gets the offensive rebound with one hand. Celis testing the defense of the young James Tempra.
Good
No foul
defense,
there. Navarro now. Renzo probing. Throws it away. Colliar has 3 blue shirts with him. Wico all the way for 2.
Well, speed right now. The pace is favoring Nueva Ecija. And so, if you're Manila, you got to settle down and figure out how to stop this fast break run by the Rice Vanguards.
12 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists already tonight for Michael Wico.
Tsaka yung ganung momentum pababa with that right side of the floor, medyo mahirap pigilan si MJ Wico.
Well, that's been the case tonight. Our score at the end of, at 70 to 59, 3 minutes and 48 remaining in this game. Robbie Celis tonight with 12 points, 4 out of 6 from the field, 6 rebounds, and perfect from the free throw line tonight. Well above his averages of 10.5 points per game.
Yun ang mabigat. That one's a little bit of a challenging cover because you allowed Sean O'Malley to get to the low block with that help being Rob Celis. And he's really just going to overpower Rob in that spot.
O'Malley looks like he was hurt after that foul. Yeah, just a quick rest on the bench. I don't think it was even 2 minutes.
Yeah. Ano lang eh, konting pahinga lang talaga, parang pinainom lang ng tubig.
O'Malley short on the first free throw. Those are his numbers tonight. 17, 9, and 5 para kay Sean O'Malley. Those 5, by the way, are 5 steals, not 5 assists. 5 steals and 2 blocks.
And he's just been very active. And talk about Sean. Considering yung mga pinahirapan rin niya sa ilalim kanina.
Well, let's see if they can get back with still 3 minutes and 30 remaining in the game. Lead is 10. Biton gets the step. Sean O'Malley with block number 3.
Again. I mean, 3 times that's help side defense on Sean O'Malley. That's not even his man that he's covering. He just says, lahat kayong papasok dito, kailangan i-challenge ko.
Oh, does he have more left in the tank for the last 3 minutes of this game? Celis backing down Tempra. Robbie Celis taking the young kid to school.
Yeah, and he gets frustrated kasi alam niya yun yung mga tirang pinapractice niya that he can make. So that's definitely within his range.
Robbie Celis, last year played for Makati, also under Coach Don Dulay. Then signed with Nueva Ecija during the PSL season and has stayed on here until the start of the 6th season of the MPBL.
And this is pretty much a different Rice Vanguard team that you see as opposed to the previous team of Coach Jerson. Nice pass.
O'Malley able to score on the reverse finger roll. At Manila, they can't afford to trade baskets at this point anymore. Ayay gives it up. Celis wants it in the hands of Biton. Chris gets a screen from Macaloni. That ball was poked. It will stay with Nueva Ecija. 8 on the shot clock.
Sinusubukan nilang mag-set up ng side ball screen nang nasa baba si Rob Celis. So pag rumol si Will Macanoni, lift papunta sa taas si Rob Celis to be a decision maker, whether to take the shot or swing it over to the other side.
Umali wanted to challenge that last out-of-bounds play, but Coach Gabby Severino not obliging.
Oh.
Ayaay butter fingers on the pass.
Masyado malapit yung backdoor. Yung pinag-usapan natin kanina, many times nakita natin in-execute yan. This time around, that didn't work.
One of the few mistakes that they've had in this game. 72-62. Umali to the corner. Escandor looking for Renzo Navarro. Cruz sets the screen. Escandor on the lift. Puts the ball on the deck. Escandor could not score. Battle for the loose ball goes to Nueva Ecija.
Well, you see that battle for the shot and that rebound. You know, both teams showing a lot of athleticism and will to want to get that ball.
Celis gets them into their offense. Macaloni searching for Chris Biton.
Yeah, single.
Biton, elbow jumper to Robbie Celis. That's good.
Yeah. A dribble handoff to the guy from the corner lifting, eventually ending up with Rob Celis.
And we now enter the Twilight Zone. The last 2 minutes brought to you by GameX, the official online ending partner of the MPBL. The first and original online basketball ending sa Pinas.
And MJ Wico, after getting that steal, immediately turns to Coach Don Dulay. Let's get a review.
And Coach Don Dulay obliges. Yes, they will review. So our referees have no other choice but to actually check what really happened on that last play. Yellow light is on here. So far, Manila down right now against the former champions. 12 points is the lead. This is still a lot of time for them to catch up, Coach Mike.
Yeah. And actually, the start of the first 5 minutes of the first quarter, they were toe-to-toe with Nueva Ecija until that latter part of the first really stemmed the tide going the way of Nueva Ecija, and then they tried to make a run. The closest that they got was 3 points, I think. And after that, it's just been another run led by Ayay and those crucial baskets earlier in the fourth.
Or can they hold on to this lead? That's the question we all are waiting the answer to. As if they win this ball game, they will be winning win number 5 in this season and staying unbeaten as well.
And Nueva Ecija really just so much more efficient on the field, making 26 of their 62 attempts for 41%.
Upon review, the challenge was successful.
Oh, challenge is successful for Nueva Ecija.
And you see that smile on Coach Don Dulay.
He doesn't smile a lot during games, but when he does, it means that maganda talaga nangyari.
Definitely, that was all ball on MJ.
That's why Avelona will be inbounding from the baseline. Avelona between the legs of his defender. Unfortunately for them, they couldn't hold on to it any longer.
Yeah, masyado masikip yung execution ng corner exit screen na yun eh. And we wanted to pin it down to the roller, but not enough space.
Biton draws Umali on the switch. Celis will not settle for the jumper. Celis inside. The runner is good for Robbie Celis.
Basic shake action right there for Nueva Ecija. Middle ball screen with that corner loaded. Roller goes middle. Corner guy lifts. And that happens to be Rob Celis.
1 minute and 19 remaining in the game. 76-62. We'll take a short break here. We'll be back. Balik pa rin tayo dito sa Nueva Ecija Coliseum in Palayan City. As you can see, Commissioner Kenneth Duremdes seated alongside our Security Chief Rudy Distrito, Marketing Head Seth Zamora, and Operations Chief Emerson Areta. Paulo Ramos is also there. Amongst the stars tonight, Dennis Padilla, also here inside our venue. Kay rami nga namang artista tonight.
Oo, totoo naman. But itong fourth quarter na to, after extending so much effort, itong Manila, producing 20 plus points altogether in the second and the third. Yung fourth, dun medyo nagkaroon na ng struggle. Right now, they only have, 8 points to show in this quarter.
Sean O'Malley still trying right there. Unfortunately for Batang Sampaloc, they could not get a basket. That could mean the ball game for them right now.
Yeah, this is an impending win para dito sa Rice Vanguards. And so the Rice Vanguards now will go up with, if they win this impending, they'll be 5-0, tied with San Juan in the north for number 1.
And they continue to add salt to the wound right there. Michael Wico once again scoring inside. What a game for MJ Wico. 15 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists.
And sa side ng Manila, I feel na there's going to be adjustments that they would make, especially as how they perform against those 3 top teams, namely Parañaque, Quezon, and this one, Nueva Ecija, and to try to reassess where else can we improve, especially as we have more top-tier teams that we're going to go up against later in the season.
And that's going to be it. Kenneth Mocon will dribble away the clock here. Both benches already meeting each other at center court after a highly physical matchup. Good to see these two teams shake hands with each other after that game.
At the end of the day, it's really the two top teams trying to battle it out and show a little bit of competitiveness to the other team.
That's it. It's official. Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards claim their 5th straight victory at the start of this season, while Manila absorbs their 3rd loss so far this year. Our pick for best player of the game, Coach Mike, MJ Ayay.
Yeah, MJ Ayay been pretty silent for the most part, but that crucial run in the fourth quarter really told on what the result of this game would be. That separation that he created for the Rice Vanguards really gave them this win.
Our best player of the game is brought to you by Buenas. Ayay with 14.7 rebounds plus a couple of assists. 78-62 victory para sa kanila. Our final score brought to you by GameX, the official online ending partner of the MPBL, the first and original online basketball ending sa Pinas. Our best player is at courtside with Ms. Gianna Llanes.
Yes, MJ Ayay of the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards is our Buenas best player of the game. MJ, medyo naging physical ang laro throughout the entire game. Paano nyo na-maintain ang inyong composure?
Kasi ginagawa namin sa practice yun eh. Hindi kami nagre-relax sa practice kahit sino pa yung kalaban namin, either mahina or kalaban. Same pa rin yung approach namin sa practice. Talaga extra work kami and then pukpok kami sa practice. Yun.
Kwento actually ni Coach Don before the game, itong game nyo against Manila will be your first real test. Ngayon na nalagpasan mo sila, paano ito makakadagdag ng kumpiyansa sa inyong koponan?
Maganda ng challenge sa amin to ngayong gabi. Kumbaga, kulang pa, extra work pa, step forward pa.
Okay, I'm sure maraming proud sa'yo. Pasalamatan mo naman sila.
Unang-una, nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord. Nagpapasalamat ako kay Bong Cuevas, sa buong family Cuevas, kay Ma'am Ryan, sa lahat-lahat, sa Power Hoops, kay Ma'am Main, Bian, Power Hoops, Palayan, Nueva Ecija, sa lahat ng fan ng Nueva Ecija. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat.
At actually, MJ, tomorrow is Mother's Day. Pwede mo mang batiin ng Happy Mother's Day lahat ng nanonood ngayon.
Sa lahat ng mga nanay dyan, Happy Mother's Day sa inyo. God bless sa ating lahat. Thank you.
That was our Buenas best player of the game, MJ Ayay of the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Back to you, Javi and Coach Mike.
Thank you so much, Gianna. Congratulations once again to MJ Ayay and the rest of the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards for picking up their 5th straight victory of the season. Our games on Monday happening at the Brenzigiao Convention Center in Pampanga. Valenzuela versus Imus at 4 o'clock p.m. At 6, it's going to be the Binyan Beast Motorcycle Tire facing the Muntinlupa squad. And in our main game, the Pampanga Giant Lanterns will be facing the Bataan Risers in a showdown of top teams in the Northern Division. We'd also like to greet all of the mothers in advance. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. For my partner, Coach Mike Perez, for our courtside reporter, Ms. Diana Lianes, and for all the hardworking men and women of our production crew, executive producer Russell Torres, Direct Freddy Picardal. This has been Javi Palanya saying good night from Palayan City here in Nueva Ecija. Ito po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.